What this service ceremony meant to me at Catholic Central was peace. It meant to me, it showed a lot of peace, and it showed all the hard work that the soldiers have done for our country and freedom. It really showed how much freedom we have and how much of a multicultural community we are. It brought a lot of heartache and made me upset, but it made me happy and proud to be Canadian because of all they have done for us. So that's what the ceremony meant for me today.
Today's Remembrance service today at Catholic Central greatly affected me by the way several of the veterans came by, and one of the veterans from Afghanistan came to talk to us. He talked about how he lost 22 people there, and they weren't just 22 people, they were a brother or a sister to him. And the fact that he talked about those 22 people, that wouldn't be something that I'd read in a history book, and the fact that he said that to us, it really touched me because I play on the football team at Catholic Central. And the fact if I even lost a brother on the field, that would deeply hurt me inside, because that's like family. Even though we aren't blood related, that is still family. We are still fighting for the same colors we wear.
I'm very proud that I could attend Remembrance Day service at my high school today, and I feel like this service is our duty because the service for the veterans was for them fighting for us, and I feel like the least we can do is give back to the veterans just by appreciating them for what they've done for us. And I'm very, very glad I got the opportunity to attend something that special.
The Remembrance Day service at Catholic Central today really helped me understand why we appreciate our veterans so much. My grandpa was a veteran. He was a World War II, is a World War II veteran. He fought in Italy in the Vendus Regiment, and it just reminded me how much we have to look up to them and thank them for what they've done to fight for our freedom. And I'm glad that we live in a country with all this freedom, because it isn't like this around the whole world. I believe that the Remembrance Day services are more important than creating Remembrance Day as a holiday, because as leaving it as a service and we go to school or go to work and we take some time out of our day to remember the veterans and thank them and appreciate them for what they've done, it gives us the opportunity to really sit down and think. But if it were a holiday, I think that not a whole lot of people would take that time to be serious and really think about what they've done for us as a country and as individuals. A lot of veterans have really interesting war stories that tell us how hard their lives were while they were fighting, and that kind of gives us a sense of how brave they were to do this for a country that they love. And so that might inspire some people to do the same thing or find other ways to inspire others. And that's why I feel that it should be a service attended by people at school, people at work, instead of just leaving it as a holiday and a day off of school.
I found that this morning service really impacted me and made me realize that we are the future, and it's up to us to make a change. While Mike Akpata was sharing his story, I realized that our freedom was worth 1,000 lives, and that many of us take it for granted because people around the world don't have the opportunities that we do. And it's our future, so let's make a difference that we wish to see in the world.
Today on November 11th, while attending the service with everybody in Catholic Central, I thought of a lot of things, and one of the many things I thought about is how we are remembering all these people who died to protect Canada, when most of the students there are not Canadians. And as I sang the "O Canada" today with all these people who had different accents, different skin tones, different hair, different hairstyles and everything, I thought about how Canada is blessed and how multiculturalism it is, and how unique it is. Today I felt this day is very important to me because it shows me how freedom is not taken for granted, and how not everybody thinks about freedom and how privileged we are to be in Canada. Remembrance Day today reminded me and also showed me a way that I never realized that it was that much important, or I was that much worth it. To be honest, I had a family that most of my mother's side family lost my grandpa and also my uncle in a war, and I always wonder why my mother says never attend to be a police force or military force. But when I listen today what happened and what happened to those soldiers, it really made me realize that those people lost their family, their member, their friends, just to give me a freedom. And also, when I used to hear Canada, but I never defined it, that word. But today, I realized and I defined it, the word that Canada is a peaceful country. No matter what I am or what color I am or what religion I am, that I can walk or I can do whatever I feel like it, just as a normal person, as a human being.
Today at the service at Catholic Central High School, I learned that I take my freedom for granted. Having live veterans be at a ceremony to talk to us and having an officer from Afghanistan represent how much freedom I truly have and taking granted for it every day really opened my eyes. Most of the time, I'll just be on a social website doing whatever I want, but really, I should be involved in the community, passing on a torch, like the officer from Afghanistan said today. To continue passing on that torch so the veterans' stories can always be continued and live to this day, so history won't repeat itself as often. Also, this is far better than any textbook that you can read. Having to actually hear and see it with your own eyes and ears is far better than read it from a textbook, because what we perceive in our mind can be completely different from someone's actual words.